before. Ooga booga. Try hard. Kiss ass. Nigger. That's about it. I have to say that because I'm half black. I shouldn't have to, but it's expected because I am half black, you know? Especially with dealing with this kind of fan base. So, here we go. So, like, seriously, you guys need to just fuck off of just messing with ice. It's really, really getting annoying. It's really like, I mean, the guy, he's a strong dude. He says he has depression and all that, which something I can't really relate to. I don't have depression. I don't have anxiety. So when someone, you know, says they have depression, that's something I can't relate to. But I see, you know, through the studies what that shit does to people. And I mean, like I say, he's a strong dude who, if you just guys keep saying so much shit about him and his girlfriend, he's not gonna care. He's not gonna care. But like, if you guys think about it, like if someone's ever said something to you and you didn't really care, you're like, oh, I don't give a shit. Deep down inside, that shit really does fuck with you. It really does. Because, you know, when they say, hey, you know, say something nice to someone one day, you never know how they might be feeling. That shit actually works, and I've been told that so many times, never did it. The only reason why I started to do it is because one time Poseidon was streaming, and he was going up to people, he was just like saying, oh, you know, my therapist is saying I should be more sympathetic to people, which is something myself is like something I'm trying to work on, because I don't really give a fuck about anything. But like, after he did it, you know, I went out the next day and, you know, said some nice things about people, and they just really were happy. I mean, I'm not saying don't troll him, but just think about it. Think about, like, when is too much? I mean, as people will say, oh, it's never too much. People will continue to troll him, and that's just the reality of his fan base, you know. How I met Ice Poseidon is actually weird. TwitchCon. Before TwitchCon, I looked up on Google, on YouTube, you know, TwitchCon 2016, because I wanted to get an idea of what to expect going to my first TwitchCon 2017. And there's this girl, I can't remember her name. I can look right now. Let me see. This girl, Gnarly Rita. Really weird how I found out about Ice Poseidon. I wanted to get an idea of what to expect going to TwitchCon, my first TwitchCon in Long Beach. So I searched TwitchCon, and I never knew anything about Ice Poseidon. Never knew anything about him, like nothing. I said that weird, anything. I was watching this video. This is the first video I clicked. Not a lot of views. Never heard of this girl either. But the first person that I noticed and who was who caught my attention, if I can find it. Okay. And while I'm watching this video, this dude comes up. I'm like, who is this dude? He's funny. And it's Ice Poseidon. This is the first time I've ever seen this dude. And this is my first time ever seeing Ice Poseidon, and I was like, what the fuck, who's this dude? He's funny. He's like, what? I don't want to say he's crazy, but like, just his personality right there. It was like somebody that I'd want to hang out with, because I have friends that are kind of like him. So anyways, a week ago, right here, I even commented, who's the guy at 1811? He's funny. And no one responded to me. October 19th, first day of TwitchCon 2017, sure enough, the first person that I see at the security check is Ice Poseidon. I was like, oh shit. And I walked up to him and I was like, hey man, I don't know who you are, but I've seen you in a video before. I was like, you're funny. And he's like, oh, thanks man, blah blah blah. What's your name? Told him my name's Jakari. Turns out, Paul, if you're ever watching this video, Swahili is not in Asia. It's a language, and Africa. You get the idea. I was thinking when I said Asia, I was thinking Jakarta, which my name is not where my father got my name from, but who knows. Jakarta is in Asia. Swahili isn't. Jakari isn't. Anyways, the whole deal. After that, you know, I started watching ISIS videos after TwitchCon, and I used to think that Shadman, you know, the guy that makes the questionable art, I used to think that his fan base was cancer. But until I fucking watched one of Ice Poseidon's streams, man, you guys are just ruthless. You guys are Shadman's fans times 100. If you guys know who Shadman is, no offense to Shadman, you're cool, dude. I mean, back to the whole thing about, you know, just being an asshole to this guy. Like, he doesn't. I mean, the stuff that he does, he troll. I guess you can say he trolls. I haven't been watching him enough to just flat out say, hey, this guy trolls people. He just streams live and goes up to people, you know, has normal interactions with them, a little banter here and there. But like, you guys, what I think it is you guys, some of you watching him, you guys don't do this stuff, so it's weird to you. It's weird to you seeing him, you know, actually going out there and socialize. He's doing what you can't do. He's socializing for you, and you guys see it as this weird thing, so you just make fun of him, every little thing that he does. Whether you guys are being serious or not, you know, when he meets a girl, you guys are, I notice in the chat, everyone's like, oh, fuck that girl, fuck her, tell her put your dick in her mouth. Like, when in reality, those fans will continue to be there, because the reality, I feel like without those fans, Poseidon maybe not be where he's at because of you guys. So maybe like it's good in a way to have the cancer people, but like, if you're gonna be cancerous, know your limits, man. Know that's another human being that you're saying this crazy shit to, that you're saying this crazy shit to his girlfriend to. The whole chatterbait thing, fucking, I mean, I don't want to get too in detail with it about it. What happened. He didn't want to do anything more than what he'd done already, which is sexual intercourse, because, you know, that to him felt like, you know, if he didn't do it, basically. I don't know what she was talking about. He didn't fuck her. He didn't have sex with her. He didn't. She was obviously upset. I don't know if you virgins couldn't even see that. That's rude of me to call you guys virgins. Okay. See, now I'm being mean to you guys. I don't know if you people out there who maybe have not had sex notice her body language. She was pissed. She was drunk. That's what she does. She said it multiple times that that's the kind of stuff she does online. Ice doesn't do that online. He doesn't exploit. He doesn't, you know, use his body for money. So I can totally understand why he didn't want to do that. Not only he just didn't want to cheat on his girlfriend, he didn't want to show his body on that. And some of you guys were just bashing on him for that. There's screenshots, whether they're real or not, of her saying, oh, we fucked off cam or whatever. It never happened. That bitch is lying. You can tell by her body language she was fucking pissed. You can see in the anger in her towards the end how hard she beat Mexican Andy. How she beat Andy's, like, she beat him with that stick fucking hard. That was unnecessary. Even he was like, okay, stop. That's not cool. Like, she was pissed, so she took her anger out on him. Not to mention she was being a dick to him in the beginning. But you guys just keep trolling him. You guys keep saying all this bullshit about his girlfriend, you know. Whether it's you guys are serious about it or not. Like I said, you know, there's limits to it. I'm not saying you can't say it. I'm just saying, just know how, just think when you're doing these things, just think to yourself, all right, am I going a little too far? Am I really trying to hurt this person? because I've even laughed at some of the stuff, some of the memes that you guys have made, you know, because it's there. I'm understanding the inside jokes, if you will, about Ice since I've been watching him. I've only been watching him for like about a week. I don't know too much about him, but you know, I've laughed at some of the stuff. But even I, you know, at a point where it's like, okay, yeah, these guys are just ruthless. You guys will just keep going. You guys want to see blood. You want to see this man dead, basically. You know, he goes through his own troubles. People have their own struggles, and you will never, ever, ever, no matter how much you know this man, even if you do know him, even if the friends, you know, even if you do know Paul, you will never truly know how he feels, because, you know, he has his, you know, his depression stuff, which I've mentioned I don't know about, so I'm not gonna act like I know about it. You guys can keep fucking with your, you know, your silly little insults with him. He's not gonna care. But just know that shit does, it does hurt people. It does hurt people. And, you know, it takes a while for some of you guys to grasp that concept. But I surely hope that some point in your life that you guys do understand that, and very quickly. I don't know. The most I can ask for is, you know, the fans, you know, people, us, for Ice, just, you know, just tone it down a bit. Keep making the memes. That shit's funny, you know. It's funny, but know the limits. Know the limits within you, within yourself. Know your own limits. Find your own limits, and know that, you know, when enough is enough, because you don't want to be like that your whole life. People never grow out of trolling. I still troll. I find myself still trolling till this day, and I have to catch myself sometimes. I'm like, all right, stop. Sometimes I want to say something, and, you know, I'll type it out, read it, and then delete it. I mean, if that's something you guys can try. If you guys want to say something to him, type it out before you hit enter, read it. If that's what you truly want to say to Ice or anybody, that's to anybody. Read it first. Don't just fucking type out what your brain is throwing out and then hit enter. Really read it first, because you may just be like, nah, delete. And by you doing that, you can, you know, you can save a person the trouble of having to read whatever you had to say about them. Your comment that you were about to say that could have been mean didn't get sent out, and, you know, it was probably you know, substituted by somebody else's comment that was probably a good one. If that makes sense. I don't know. I'm trying to be smart about this. I don't know. Don't bash on Ice if he doesn't want to stream. You know, make the joke. It's a joke. It's a joke now. I see that it's a joke. It's a meme that Ice, you know, when he says, "Oh, I'll be right back," he takes a while. But, you know, you guys can't have everything right then and there. If he doesn't want to stream, don't fucking bash the man for it. That's a meme. You guys bashing him for not wanting to stream certain days is a meme. So memes get old. Some memes never die. Just like, you know, it's all being a dick sometimes. And one more thing I wanted to talk about was Ice's Halloween stream. Man, you guys really come on now. You guys are like, I couldn't tell if some of you were legit angry or just trolling, and couldn't realize that he was having problems streaming where he was at. That location is just got terrible connection. I would be upset too if my stream wasn't going good, especially if it's themed like Halloween. Ice is live. Especially if it's themed like Halloween. Like, you know, it's a one time in the year thing that you get to do something like this, especially when Ice wanted to stream and he was having, you know, issues, unfortunately. It's something that it's unpredictable. You never know if you're gonna have trouble streaming or doing anything. And you guys just gave him shit for it, you know. I could tell that he wasn't really happy doing it. You can tell. I don't want to say the hype he was losing, but I noticed it, and of course you guys with the memes were just fucking shitting on him for it. I need to stop cussing. It's really bad. You guys were just, you know, giving him a hard time about it. And come on now. Like I said, I'll say this again, this me making this video isn't gonna change anything. Maybe one of you watching it will be like, you know what, maybe I should turn it down. Maybe I should tone it down just a bit of how I'm acting. You know, this is another person we're talking about that is doing something he, in reality, doesn't have to do. But yet, when that notification goes off, I'm watching him. You know? I shouldn't even have to be saying this. This is like common sense, but it seems like every generation somebody has to talk about this kind of stuff. It's whatever. Even me saying that, people will still be saying what I'm saying. And I'm saying what people have said in the past. I guess it's that hope that maybe you can make a difference. And this isn't something that I do a lot. Maybe in real life, you know, somebody's going through something, I'll talk with them. They'll feel better at the end of the day. And then a couple days go by and they're not anymore. That's life. Just, you know. I couldn't have picked a better time to discover Ice because he's just blowing up right now. You know. And okay, the thing that drives people away from watching someone is usually the fan base. It usually ends with that. There's a reason why people don't like, you know, the music group ICP. It's because their fan base. His fans, sadly, will maybe be the fall of him. So if you guys want him to stay around any much longer, you know what to do.